Hi Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 2019 Hunter's Full Moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you, that you guys please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel. And if you guys could, just pop over to my brother Joe's channel. He just started a channel, and it would be amazing if you checked him out. His channel is called Joe Popping On, and it will be linked in the first comment in the comment box below. So let's see now, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what your October Hunter's Full Moon brings for you. And I want to thank you so much, guys, for stopping over at his site. You guys are just absolutely amazing. So let's see now, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Gemini, October 2019, Hunter's Full Moon. 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 Show me clearly. 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 Fantastic. That is where we are going to stop. Because that is where the cards fell, and that's where Spirit said to stop. Now, guys, also let me know what you think of this new setup. Right? So we have the Eight of Feathers, the Eight of Swords. Then we have the Moon card, which represents a Pisces energy. Okay. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. All right. Transformation. Then we have the Hangman. Wow, you guys have a lot of major arcana cards. And the Nine of Feathers. Okay, the Nine of Swords. Now, if these weren't enough major arcana cards, and transformation is the Death card, we have my Erin Morgenstern. Okay, she's the one who wrote the Night Circus. These are her major arcana cards. And these are like my prize possessions. So let's see now, here, Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what your October 2019 Hunter's Full Moon holds for you. Gemini, October 2019 Hunter's Full Moon. Gemini, October 2019 Hunter's Full Moon. Show me clearly. 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 Fantastic. Okay. So we have here the Magician. Then we have the Tower. And we have the High Priestess. Okay. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. We are going to start with the major arcana cards right here. And as I don't know if I said, she wrote The Night Circus, and that is my favorite book. So these all have that same black and white theme to them. So we're starting here with the Magician. Now, you have the Magician and the High Priestess. This is a powerful combination. This is telling me that your personal insight, your personal ideas, your connection with Spirit is going to be astoundingly intense. Now you have 4 major arcana cards, okay? 2 minor arcana cards in your main reading, right? This is going to be a highly intense time for you, Gemini. So if you can, during this full moon, kind of keep yourself to yourself. That would be absolutely beneficial. It's on the 13th. You might not be able to. If you are, then by all means, close the door, connect with you, light some candles, take a nice bath, a hot shower. Just become connected with yourself, because that is going to be one of the best things that you can do, because the spirit world is opening up, and it is going to bring in changes. It is going to bring in ideas to you that you hadn't expected, and that might be a bit overwhelming to come to terms with at this time. All right? So we start here with the Magician. This is your power. This is you being able to stand before the altar of your existence and say, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I want to create, and nothing and no one can hold me back. Why? Because, Gemini, if you embrace yourself fully and absolutely, nothing and no one can hold you back. this full moon is going to be a spotlight on your personal power, on your identity, on the way that you want to move forward, on the magic you have within yourself. And when I talk about magic, I'm not talking about hocus pocus. I am talking about your divine connection. The fact that a bit of the God's head lives within you. Divinity lives within you. You are made of stardust. You are a part of the divine. And that's the power that you are going to be embracing during this time. That is what you are utilizing. And whenever I see a pentagram, it always makes me think of the, what is it, Petruvian Man? Petruvian Man? I'm saying this wrong. But by Da Vinci, the man who, his head, his feet, and his arms are out. So it is showing me here that you are in power with yourself, that you are in balance with yourself. Even if you don't feel as if you are, Gemini, that is what I'm seeing right here, right now. And you are embracing your passion. You are embracing your truth to move forward in that power. Now, as you embrace this power, the Tower card comes. And as the Tower card comes, you feel changes heading your way. You see things differently. Okay, karmic debts start coming up, right? Things that you thought, oh my gosh, I'm done dealing with that. It's never going to come up again. You might see, Gemini, that it does come up, that this full moon brings up issues or brings up ideas. And it can just be subconsciously, that this brings up things in your mind, subconscious mind, and then it goes to your conscious mind that has you looking at things differently. It can be in your day-to-day life. It can be that a change comes that you hadn't expected, that you hadn't anticipated. But as you embrace that change, as you embark on that truth, you start to see that the divine has pushed you out of your comfort zone to somewhere a lot greater and a lot more in alignment with where you're heading and where it is that you want to be. You might even find that you lose track of time. Now, I'm not saying in a big way, but I'm just saying that you get so caught up in your thoughts, that you get so caught up in the moment, that especially during the full moon, and it can be from the full moon to the 28th, which is going to be when the new moon is, right? From that time period, from the 13th to the 28th, you might find that you get very caught up in what you're doing and that you lose track of time sometimes. All right? Because you are so involved with the way that you are connecting with the divine, with the power that is coursing through you, right? And then we have here the High Priestess, which, as you guys know, if you've watched my channel, this is one of my favorite cards. The High Priestess is power. The High Priestess is knowledge. The High Priestess is turning inward and seeing that power and knowledge move you forward. There is a strong connection here, especially during this full moon with the moon. You are going to get a lot of insights at night. If you can keep a little journal by your bed or your phone by your bed, just to jot things down, just to record things as they come to you, that would be highly beneficial. There is a sense here of especially the written word meaning a lot to you and communications meaning a lot to you, Gemini, during this time. So embrace those communications, embrace your ideas. Now is the time to get things on paper, whether it be through artistic means or whether it be like through scholarly or work means. Now is the time to go after it. You are going to see deeper insights and you are also going to be highly inspired. This is going to be a highly inspiring time. Now, with that said, we start off here with the Eight of Feathers, the Eight of Swords. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, that is a person, okay, with 8 swords surrounding them, blindfolded with 8 swords surrounding them. All right? This says courage and solution. You are embracing your courage to find the solution. You are mightier than you think you are. But you also have here, all right, just to point it out, an owl and a mouse right next to each other. That's powerful. Why? Because owls eat mice. So there is going to be a sense during this full moon, because this is, of course, the moon card, okay? During this full moon, the change that comes makes you feel small, and it can make you feel vulnerable, which can make you want to hide away. That's why I say here that if you are able to, take this full moon time to be by yourself. Take this full moon time to be contemplative. There we go. Contemplative, introspective, to really see the bigger picture of where it is that you want to be. Because at times you will be afraid, you will be overwhelmed, you will doubt, you will be way too much in your own mind, which as an air sign, Gemini, you have a tendency to do anyway. There is a sense here that as you move forward, as you go after what you want, you are going to see that strength is not something that can be easily defined. A mouse can be astoundingly strong, okay? An eagle can be weak. It doesn't mean, the size does not matter. And that is something that you're going to see within yourself. You have been defining yourself in one certain way. And with the spiritual knowledge that is coming your way, with this increase of power, with this increase of understanding, you are going to find that the way that you were once defining yourself shatters. All right? Then we have the moon, which of course represents this full moon that we are going into, but it also represents a Pisces energy. This is a time frame of February 19th to March 20th. This says imagination and perception. At this time, your imagination and the way you perceive things is going to be very intense. Now, this is also important because this full moon is also known as the illusion moon. Why? Because it is going to feel bigger than it actually is. If you can see it here, I think it's going to be raining on that day. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to see the full moon. But if you're able to see the full moon, it is going to appear bigger than it actually is. All right? So know here during this time, you might have a tendency to let your fears kind of run away with you, to let yourself move forward in these fears, in these doubts, and have them be bigger than they actually are. That's where you're going to have to curtail yourself. That's where, oh goodness, that's where the power of your spiritual connection and the power of the karmic changes and the change that is moving you forward is going to come in. Because as the owl sees more clearly in the night, you're going to see things more clearly if you step back and if you open your eyes wide and you say, you know what, this is my truth. This is where I stand. This is who I am. And that is going to bring you a power, and that is going to bring you a sense of strong accomplishment. If your moon is in Pisces, this is going to be a highly sensitive, highly emotional time for you. So be prepared for it. Even if your moon isn't in Pisces, even if you don't have a Pisces anywhere in your natal chart, this is going to be an intense time. Be prepared. Then we have the Temperance card. Now the Temperance card is balance and harmony, right? It also represents a Sagittarian energy. This is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. The zebra here shows me that there is transformation. There is a sense of balance. There's a sense of confusion, yes, but balance coming in. There's a power to you. There's a quickness to you. There's an agility of mind. With the Temperance card, if you have your rising in Sagittarius, this is going to be a time of enlightenment. It really is. Excuse me. This is going to be a time of seeing your power, of knowing your truth, of knowing where it is that you stand, and finding the balance of where it is that you are going. Spiritual understanding is going to be highly imperative during this time. If you lack balance, if you are out of harmony with yourself, the only thing that is going to be left is the tower. The only thing that is going to be left is a sense of chaos, is a sense of change that you yourself might not feel quite ready for. Though divinity here is telling me that you are absolutely ready for the changes and for the prosperity and for the bounty that is coming. If you don't embrace balance here, Gemini, it will be harder for you to see it, because here we have the transformation card, and this says transition and liberation. Now this is the death card. All right, so here this is a locust, or this is a cricket, however you want to see it, or whatever that bug is. There is a sense of going through a transformation to be able to spread your wings, to be able to move yourself forward, to be able to fly free. As you embrace your transition, as you know that this time of transition, this time of divinity saying to you, it's time to get out of your comfort zone, it's time to move forward, okay, with the tower. If you embrace this time with the Temperance card, well, not with the Temperance card, with this transition card, with Temperance to balance you, but with liberation to say, okay, this transition is a time of liberation. This transition is a time of freedom. I will not let fear, I will not let feeling small take away the power that is coming to me. Because as you do that, now the death card also represents a Scorpio time frame, which is October 23rd to November 21st. From the 23rd, okay, to the 28th, which is when the new moon is. This is going to be a time of you feeling very introspective, of you feeling like there is a change coming, but you might not be able to see how that change moves you forward. It's a dying away of the old self and a rebirth of the new. So know that during that time, especially from the 23rd to the 28th, and it can be from the 23rd to the next full moon, you are going to see a change coming over you. Why? Because you're stepping into your second skin of understanding, of the divine, of harmony, of coming into power with yourself, of embracing the tools that you were born with and not seeing them as curses, but seeing them as gifts. Because for some of you, you are highly intuitive, okay? And that intuition is going to be leading you forward. Empathic knowledge is going to be guiding you. For others of you, you are going to find that spirit kind of talks to you, all right? And when spirit talks to you, you're being told here, listen, because it will change things. Now, we have the Hangman. You are going to be seeing everything differently. And now this is a cricket. All right? This says patience and perspective. Be patient with the way that you are seeing things. Be patient with the perspective that you have, because your whole world might feel as if it's turning upside down. You might physically be seeing everything differently. And the sense of black and white that you had, the sense of right and wrong, the sense of, excuse me, the sense of things have to be one way or another, will be transforming, will be transitioning to a way that you see yourself liberated, because you are going to see that now that you are physically seeing everything differently. Because the Hangman in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is quite physically a man hanging upside down. He is physically seeing the world differently. Let me take a drink of tea for a moment. You are going to see here that you too, that didn't help, are going to be physically seeing things differently and empowered by that knowledge. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, guys. Then we have the Nine of Feathers. I love that you start with the Eight of Feathers. You end with the Nine of Feathers. That's a beautiful progression. But it's also saying here that you feel as if you have to protect yourself. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Nine of Feathers is the Nine of Swords. It is the woman with her head in her hands, okay, with her head in her hands, cradling her thoughts, not able to sleep at night, worrying, overthinking. You are going to have a tendency to overanalyze this full moon. You are going to have a tendency to let stress, worry, doubts, fears take over and take control. Don't do that, because you are going to see here that if you do that, you put up your bristles. You put up your defenses, and that's not a place that you want to be. A power moves you forward. A truth guides you, and you are moving towards your greatness and towards what divinity has put you on this earth for. All right, Gemini, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye.